What's going on, everybody? I'm Mike.
I'm Bree.
Welcome to Fracture Compass, and today we're going to be talking about some photos that we've been seeing coming from Halloween Horror Nights.
That's right. But before we get into that, remember that the Boysenberry Festival is still going on until April 24th, so if you haven't hit that up, please do, because you guys could win this, like, little pie.
I can't believe you won that.
I did. Well, okay, so truth be told, if you have watched the video, and if you haven't, go ahead and watch it. You pay $15 and you get it.
You get it.
You get it anyways. Because I was
trying to hype you up. Okay.
No, I know, but I did do a good job. Watch the video. I got every single one in except for one because I was like 3 at a time.
Good enough.
Anyways, another thing, Monsterpalooza just announced the legendary, say it.
Tiny Tim.
Oh my God. Tim Curry will be there at Monsterpalooza. He will be taking photos. So I did like an extensive read of what was going on with that. He does not sign autographs in person.
I don't think he can, right?
I don't know. I don't want to assume anything. I don't personally know the man. I know that he does have some health issues. But he will be taking photos, and you will be signing up for a reservation time, I believe, on their website, monsterpalooza.com. He will have autographed things to sell, and then if you want to have him sign personal items, his managers will be taking those items, you will be paying a fee, and they will ship them back to you. So I think that's kind of cool. But Tim Curry.
I know.
Tim
Legend.
Curry. Legend.
Pennywise. Dr. Frankenfurter?
Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Legend.
You name it.
Home Alone 2?
Home Alone. I know. You made the cameo. Sir.
Do bundle up. It's quite cold out tonight.
Yeah. Love it. But anyways, that was a huge email that went out the other day. So just be aware of that. If you weren't sure you were going to go and you do want to see Tim Curry and take a picture with him, now is your opportunity. Oh,
and Bree's favorite, by the way, at Midsummer Scream, they announced that the face of Pazuzu, you know, like during The Exorcist, when they do like the shots of like the demon and its eyes are all lit up. Yeah, the face of the demon will be there.
Oh.
So we'll go ahead and we'll make sure to appoint you. I'm
in line already.
I'm still trying to get Bree to watch The Exorcist, however.
That's not going to happen.
Not
in a million years. Not even if I had every single bottle of alcohol they ever made in the world in this room. I don't even drink, so, you know, there you go.
I don't know. I think it lacks conviction what you're saying. I think deep down you want to watch it.
Oh, we'll see. You know.
No, I won't force you. I'm not gonna force you. I don't even bring it up to you.
But yet we talk about it every single video.
I do it on the video to get a reaction out of you, but like in real life, I don't ever bring it up to you, do I?
Literally, no, not really. But I am literally going to take every single video and just do a highlight reel of every time we have talked about The Exorcist.
Because it's so funny.
Oh my god, that's my next video after this one.
Because you're just like, every time I say the word exorcist, you go, like you're just repulsed.
I can't.
No, guys, I don't want you to think that I actually bother her all the time. I only do it for the video. But we will watch it. So anyway.
There's a cosplayer out there that has been showing up to the shows that I've been vending, and she does a really good Reagan to the point where I just sit there going like this. Please don't come to my booth. I have to look down.
Don't do it.
So if you're her and you're watching this video, good on you, because I'm just like this.
Well, and also, okay, we're getting off track here.
I know.
Getting off track. We'll talk about what we came here to talk about.
But anyways, yeah.
Halloween Horror Nights.
Halloween Horror Nights. So we went out March 22nd to take some pictures and just to check out Universal Studios and everything. There is not much going on, but the builds that they are doing, which is super exciting, is behind the Mummy Queue and in the Curious George, well, the view from the Curious George parking area.
Where Haunting of Hill House was.
Yeah, where Haunting of Hill House, and also... What else was
Oh, Curse of Pandora.
That's
box. Right. So something I find interesting, let's talk about the Mummy Queue first, is that instead of traditionally starting from the back and working our way to the exit towards Jurassic Park, it looks like we're getting the reverse Uno swipe, and we're going to be getting the entrance going from where Jurassic Park is to the back where Transformers is, if that makes sense. If you guys went on the Silent Hill maze back in 2012, same thing. You went through the maze going through the beginning of the Mummy Queue, and you worked your way back towards the Transformers ride. So that is interesting to me. They're building the facade on that side, and the facade looks interesting. Bree had a couple good theories about it.
I did, and I dove it down the rabbit hole, and I was doing it at like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, this is gonna scare me. But I started looking up every single house from like every single horror movie, and I was like, this is so weird. The entrance is so
the way it's structured.
The way it's structured. And I was thinking, because I'm still hoping for Beetlejuice, so I looked up the Beetlejuice house, and it has those square units. It's not exact though. It's not exact, but it's there.
Well, it's a condensed version.
Right, so I'm just wondering if that could be it. I don't know, but I was like, man, this is like 70% there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
70, just because of the way the structures are, and I'm going to put these pictures, obviously, as you're listening to this, the way the house is in the movie, and then the way this is looking on this build. And, you know, it's in the realm of possibilities that Beetlejuice could be coming to Hollywood this year.
Yeah, we were expecting Beetlejuice to come last year.
Right.
Did not show up, but it did show up in Orlando.
Yes.
So I wouldn't be shocked if we got a Beetlejuice house this year.
Right, not out of the realms.
And then let's talk about behind the Curious George parking lot. Now, this one has really stumped us. I have been looking at those images. Obviously, clearly it is a house. We know that much. But the problem is, what house is it? Now, is it an original maze? Or is it something of an IP? And I mean, I know I've been doing a lot of digging and trying to compare, but you really did a lot of digging too. I
did, and I could not find anything with those windows. Now, again, the original Beetlejuice house before Lydia and her family moved in and changed it to this abstract looking house, the windows are the same. Like they've got this long, they're rectangle instead of a square window, but at the same time the house doesn't look anything like what it was. And I'm like, it's not the Amityville Horror House. I looked, because obviously the Amityville Horror House is super famous with kind of those two eyes.
Yeah.
In the
that
top.
Would be able
yeah,
to.
it would be it's totally a wedge thing. So I'm like, that's not it. I looked up.
I thought like Fear Street maybe.
I looked up the Fear Street house, but it's just a house. It's just a normal house. I looked up like Texas Chainsaw Massacre house.
It's like a farmhouse.
Yeah, like it's a farmhouse kind of thing. I looked up everything. It's just so general. But they're moving very fast because in the beginning of March they didn't even have they didn't have the shell up, and now they do. And I'm sure by now they have even more.
You know what I think this calls for is asking the internet.
Yes.
Look at these images right here. And you guys, if any of you guys understand or know where this is from, tell us in the comments below. Because if there's one thing about the internet that we know, is that when you ask them a question, more than likely someone out there is going to know the answer. So let us know. And I'm sure probably as we're making this video, they're probably installing something up right now that's going to be a defining feature. And of course we made this video and then tomorrow we're going to understand what it is, knowing our luck. However, this one kind of has us stumped a little bit. Only time will tell. When they start painting the house, maybe that'll give us a clear indicator. If the house is like, white with a red door, then okay, maybe it's Nightmare on Elm Street. But we'll have to just kind of take that one as it goes.
I would and I know Universal really does lead towards the Titan of Terror. I wish they would kind of
branch away.
Lean back just a little bit from it.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I even looked up Blythe Manor because I was like, okay, they had
Haunting
of Hill House last year. Maybe they're going to move forward into the Haunting of Blythe Manor. But it's a manor. It's a very big house, and this is like a very small house front. So I'm like, it can't be that.
Now, this was one theory that I had. This is probably I'm like 99.99% positive this is not going to happen. But I was looking at the house, and part of me thought, oh, Buffalo Bill. And I was like, wouldn't that be crazy if they did a Silence of the Lambs maze? However, I don't think that they're going to do that. And looking upon it closer, I don't think it's Buffalo Bill's house. I think I'm just reaching at this point.
Well, I mean, and that's all we can do. We're like, this house looks like a house.
Yeah.
So, but the only thing that was defining about it was how the windows are.
Yeah, true.
That was the defining factor for me. I was looking at each house and looking at the windows going, is it this long rectangle shape?
But the thing about these facades is that you remember it's a condensed version, right? It's only like pieces. So sometimes in facades, they'll take the most iconic part of, the set piece and try to cram it into one area.
Right.
And they've done that with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They did that with, The Shining. I mean, they only put literally just a hedge up. So I don't know. This one has us stumped, but I'm sure we're going to find out before it opens because that facade is staring at us right in the face, and we are going to know what that is, hopefully, before the event opens.
Definitely and for sure, and what will most likely happen is either A, Universal will go to Monsterpalooza, and they'll go ahead and make an announcement for that, like they've done in the past, or we're definitely most likely, I want to say definitely, but most likely going to find out at Midsummer Scream, July 29th, 30th, and 31st, because they will, in the past they have been there, so I'm not going to say that they're not going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murdy
always shows up at the last minute and kind of goes, hey,
yes.
What's going on,
So, I mean, those are, it's still exciting. We have 2 mazes that are going up, and I really don't foresee Universal not happening this year, and I know that's a risky thing to say, but, I think at this point, I don't think they're going to close. I think Halloween Horror Nights is for sure a go-ahead, and the fact that they're, they have facades up already it's April.
Yeah, it's April, but everybody's at a build, so let's switch over to Knott's. If you have been paying attention, which we have, we go to Knott's. I go to Knott's.
You go more than I do.
I go more. I go to Knott's at least 5 times a month to just kind of check stuff out. But I usually have something to do while I'm there. So looking at it, if you look when you cross around to the backstage, not backstage area, but everybody can see through that fence. Yeah. Where the depths is and where Paranormal Inc. is in that back area. Everybody can see it. Okay. There's no hiding it that the mine area that was usually out is not out just yet. But they have taken down the facade for Paranormal Inc. It is gone, so we know that there's something's going to be going in there. And they're already starting to think about that. And then obviously if you roll by on the train, Mesmer's still there. You know, but we know that these builds are taking place right now because they need to be done by early September. Universal Horror Nights is going to be open the second week, most likely in September, because Orlando Horror Nights is opening September 2nd. Early. That's early. So it's like, it's already April.
Yeah.
So they have basically 4 months to get everything set and done. So we all know everything's in motion.
When you put it in that perspective, you're absolutely right.
It is 4 months. Halloween is 6 months away. But the opening, 4 months away, guys.
So.
Well, 5 months away. So April, May, June, July, August, and then boom, we're there. So yeah, so in 5 months, with that full 5 months, we're done. And in 4 months, we're already hired in, getting ready. So
it's a year-long process.
It is a year-long process. It is a year-long process.
So yeah, I mean, that's kind of, we didn't want to make a super long video and kind of drag this on. We just were basically saying, we acknowledge that these 2 mazes are up, and we are definitely brainstorming on what they could possibly be, but only time will tell at this point.
Yes. So we're going to be continuing to do construction updates and just kind of looking at what's going on and speculating, which we love to do. But we're also going to be doing a new series, and we used to do interviews and things like that and talk to scare actors, but what we're going to do is a little different. We're going to come together and we're going to pick our top 10 mazes. And I'm thinking we're going to be doing top 10 mazes of Universal Horror Nights, and then we'll do another video, top 10 mazes for Knotts, and see if you guys agree with that. But then we're also going to be looking at one maze at a time and going, this maze was in 2010. Does it still hold up today? Are there rooms in there that we would change, that we could get away with better technology today? So if there's any particular mazes that you guys want us to analyze and kind of look at, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah. So thank you guys very much for watching this video. Stay spooky out there, and always be ready.
Because you never know, your compass will take you.
Ooh.